Fundrise update week 12. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. So it's week 12, 12 weeks of investing in Fundrise, and I'm really happy with the progress that we've made. I'm excited about the future of the platform. I'm excited about my financial future and my investing future. It's just been really awesome to see this portfolio slowly grow over time with money that I've invested, and also beginning to see the shares that I have purchased within my specific portfolio beginning to appreciate and pay out dividends. It's just been really cool to watch and witness, and I'm really happy with the overall performance of Fundrise and portfolio and this specific portfolio to begin with. I'm just, there's a lot of things happening in my life, a lot of changes that are coming, and with the introduction of my son, the introduction of real estate in terms of finishing real estate school and becoming an actual real estate agent. There are just some things that are happening within my life that are exciting, and the future is looking bright, at least for the first time in a very long time. And I could go into that, but that's for a different video at a different time. Just want you guys to know that I feel happy and very blessed to be in the position that I'm in, and I look forward to 2022. And I will be having a video discussing kind of what my plans are, what my wife and I's plans are moving into next year, and just how excited I am about the channel and you guys, and really just take you guys on that journey. But that, like I said, is for a different video. Today is all about Fundrise, and we're gonna jump right into it. Okay, so here is my Fundrise account. We are officially over the $200 mark. We're at $220.87. Net returns to date is 87 cents, and that is split up between dividends and appreciation. And our account level is currently starter. We are pushing towards that, what was it, base level, I think? I'm not 100% sure, but we're pushing towards the next account level. And once I reach that, I will adjust the account. I don't know if I'm going to adjust portfolios and what I'm investing in, because I actually really kind of like the interval fund. I might go more aggressive with more appreciation-based funds, but we'll see. That is for a different time in a different place. So net returns, 87 cents. Not a huge change between last week. I think I had 76, 77, or 79 cents in net returns between last week and this week. And so it's not a huge change. However, I will say between last video and this video, my net returns did drop. They dropped drastically. They went from the 75 to 79 cent range down to 62, 63 cents, and now it's back up to 87 cents. Now, I don't know if that just means the market is going kind of nuts within real estate. I think it's really interesting because a lot of people believe that real estate just automatically goes up and that it doesn't have this up and down kind of state, and that's just not true. There are ups and downs within every investment market, whether you're investing in the stock market, you're investing in real estate, or you're investing in businesses. There are going to be ups and downs no matter where you put your money, where you park your money, and where you invest your money. So be aware of that. And it's just interesting to see that within Fundrise, because like I said, when it comes to real estate, you don't necessarily see the ups and downs unless you're investing in REITs, which is what this is. Because when I invest like in my house or our rental properties, I don't see the day-to-day ups and downs of appreciation. I just see year to year, okay, it's appreciated $1,000 or $3,000 or whatever the case may be at the end of the year. So it's been really interesting to see that. The net returns are split up into two different things: dividends and appreciation. For the dividends, year to date is 32 cents. Appreciation is 55 cents. This isn't, I've only been doing this for less than a full quarter of a year. So this will be, I guess, more interesting to look at a year from now. But nonetheless, this has been the historical account value. We started off with $10, and we were incrementally going up by $10. And then about 7 weeks in, we jumped that up to $30 and have been doing $30 a week ever since. So we are building towards my goal. My goal is build wealth, and we can go ahead and check that out really quickly here. Target amount is $1 million by 2071. I've said this in every video, and I'll continue to say this. This target date is going to change. as I enter into real estate and becoming a real estate agent and starting to sell real estate and building income there, as I continue to work on my apparel business and building income there. And as I continue to invest not only in Fundrise, but I begin to invest in like my Robinhood account. I plan on setting up an M1 finance account, maybe even Webull. And as I start investing in more physical real estate properties and bringing in that income, this target date's just going to change because we're going to be building wealth way faster than that. And I'm going to be putting in more money into my Fundrise account because I want to be a millionaire well before 2071. In 2071, that's 50 years from now. I'm gonna be 78. So I don't want to wait till I'm 78 to be a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire by 35. And we'll get into a video about my financial goals for 2022 and whatnot. But yeah, that target date's gonna change, and the amount in this account is definitely gonna be well over $1 million at some point in the future. But we're on track right now, which is all that matters. By 2071, we'll have anywhere between $565,000 and $2.6 million in the account, just depending on how the market does, based off of their estimates. Obviously, it could plummet all the way down to zero, or it could skyrocket well above 2.6. It just depends on what happens. But based off of historical data, this is what we're looking at. Go over to performance. Year-to-date returns, partial quarter 4. So like I said, I haven't even been doing this for a full quarter yet. The interval fund is what I'm invested in. It is ramping up, meaning the returns that I have right now are not as good as they possibly could be when the interval fund is fully ramped up. They have all the properties that they want to have in the portfolio. They have all the renovations that they want to get done. They've sold off the properties that they're doing flips on. Like, there's a lot that goes into managing their portfolios, and I don't know all the ins and outs of it. I'm assuming it's something along those lines based off of articles that I've read about them and information that they've given us. But the interval fund isn't operating at 100% yet, and I've had a 1.2% return on my money so far, and I'm really, really happy with that. Fundrise talks about a return of 7 to 12%. Some years is better than that, some years is worse. That is to be expected when you're investing, and if you think otherwise, you're probably ignorant and you just don't know that when they say you can expect, it truly means you can expect this, but it's not guaranteed. But really happy with a 1.2% return. If it's like this in a year, I might be a little upset and a little sad, but I'm not worried about anything, okay? Not worried about it. So if we click into the interval fund, this is 100% of my portfolio. All of my money is in the interval fund. I actually don't have the option to invest in any other portfolios because of the starter level account. When I change into the base level and the core level, and I believe those are the names of them, when I change into those other accounts, then I'll be able to look at putting my money in other types of portfolios. But like I said, and I've just been really happy with the interval fund. I don't know how much I'm going to change moving forward, but we'll see when the time comes. The estimated value of shares is $190.55. 55 cents is from the appreciation. I haven't been paid dividends yet. That will come sometime in the future. I don't know when. The position total is $220.87 because of the $30 that hasn't been processed yet, and the 32 cents that has not been paid out in the form of a dividend. So we will get that, I'm assuming, here in the next couple of weeks as the fourth quarter of the year comes to an end. And it's probably gonna be sometime next month in January, because there's usually an X date, an execution date, which is, if you don't know what that is, basically there's a date within a month or the month prior to a dividend paying out. So let's say a dividend is going to be paid out in February, and the X date is January 19th. That means any shares that you've purchased prior to that date, you will get a dividend for. Anything you purchase after that date, you will not get a dividend for. Make sense? Sure hope so. Cost of shares owned, $190. Quantity of shares is 15 shares, 50.644 shares. I'm happy about that. I'm stoked about having 15 shares. Next goal, 20, baby. And the current NAV price per share is $12.18. This I think has grown since $12.11 or $12.12. So slowly but surely it is growing up. And what's funny is it's only going up by a couple of pennies. But because I have 15 total shares and my first share was at $12.12. That one share has gone up by what, 6 cents? So it's just really interesting to see this as it continues to grow. There you go, unpaid dividends, 32 cents. If we continue down here, my advisory fees, this is just fees that you pay for them to manage your account and look after it, manage the portfolio, the allocations, the different projects that they're purchasing. I don't have any advisory fees currently. That was for 90 days. I'm sure I'm gonna have advisory fees soon or at some point in the near future. Here's the thing though, there is an invite a friend code that I'm going to be putting in the description below. Make sure you guys check it out if Fundrise is something that you're interested in, because that code will waive 90 days of advisory fees for you and your account, and it will also waive another 90 days for me, and it's cumulative. So it adds on to the previous days. So if I have 15 days left and it adds 90, I now have 105 days. Does that make sense? And the same thing can happen for you and your friends and family members if they use your code to sign up on Fundrise. The reason I got 90 days waived was because my brother signed up and he is now investing in Fundrise. So I'm really, really happy with that. I love that. I think it's a great way of saving some of your money, even though the advisory fees are not that expensive to begin with. I just think it's a unique way of spreading the word about Fundrise and getting people interested in investing, and also getting people interested in investing in real estate without necessarily having to have tens of thousands of dollars for down payments. The interval fund is made up of 39 active projects currently. A new one was added, and we'll go over it because I did not go over this last week with with all the studying I've been doing for real estate and all the tests that I've been taking. I've just been really busy and mentally drained. I just did not want to make a video over the most recent acquisition. However, we'll go over it today here in a little bit in this video. I am happy to say though, I've taken 4 tests and I've passed all 4 of those tests. I have 2 more to go, and then I'm completed with my actual, schooling, and then I just have to take the national test and then go through getting my fingerprints taken and applying for my actual license and getting a sponsoring broker. That'll be a fully functioning live real estate agent, which is really exciting for me. Now back to the actual portfolio. I'm all over the place today. Strategy. This is just the different type of strategies that they use. Fixed income, core plus, value add, opportunistic. Fixed income obviously means higher in dividends. Opportunistic, higher in appreciation. The other two lean towards either dividends, lean towards appreciation, but are somewhere in the middle. Allocation just shows you the allocation that I have for my specific account, and it leans towards fixed income with the core plus, but I've gotten a nice amount of appreciation. Obviously this year has been nuts with appreciation and just the market in general, so I imagine that's going to level out over time, especially moving into the next couple of years with inflation going up and whatnot, and just what our government is doing with the financial decisions that they're making. I imagine that's going to level out, but who knows? We'll see what happens. So I was going to go ahead and update you guys on the newest acquisition, but I'm gonna do that in a separate video. I don't want this video to be super long, and I want to continue to keep it split up between weekly updates on my personal account and the newest acquisitions. And then there's also a Fundrise podcast called Onward that has come out, and I've already listened to it. I'm going to go listen to it again because I do want to make a video on that and just update you on what it is that they're talking about, if they have any plans for Fundrise, what their thoughts are, things like that. Like I said in the past, I'm really happy with Fundrise. I've been very happy, and it's something that I've wanted to invest in for a very long time. And the barrier to entry was initially $500, and that for me just was too much. When they adjusted it down to $10, I knew for a fact that I had to jump in. Now, I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that, so you need to be doing your due diligence if you're going to be investing. You need to do your own research. You need to find a professional if that makes you feel more comfortable and you don't want to manage your own account. I'm just sharing this because I think the world needs to know more about investing and how powerful it is. And then 2, it's just something that I'm really interested in. I find entertaining. I watch videos and read articles about investing all the time, and I just wanted to share kind of my experience. I said earlier that I want to invest with Robinhood and M1 Finance and maybe even Webull, and then obviously I want to take you guys on journeys when we look at physical houses here in the city that I live, when we get to that point. And I'm really excited about my financial future. I looked at my wife and I's net worth. I've looked at the possible income that I can make from real estate and the income that my wife currently makes working at the hospital. And I'm just really, really excited about the foundation that we have built for ourselves moving into the future. We are young, we are in our late 20s, and we're about to enter into our 30s. We're about to have our son, and I haven't been more excited and more scared of the future than I am currently. And I'm just excited about taking you guys on that journey. Next year is going to be a big year for me. It's going to be a big year for my wife, and it's going to be a big year for us collectively. And I cannot wait to show you what it is that we're working on. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all the support. If you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like. You don't have to, but it's free, and it helps out the channel and the video more than you know. And I will see you guys in another video at another time in the very near future. My name is Oscar. Y'all have a great one.